I don't know about you, see all these trees here? This is a very nice spot to lose my lure, so let's give it a shot. And we're back with another edition of the Fishing Pole. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Today is a DIY. I'm going to show you how to put on a hook holder onto your rod. We're going to make this quick and easy. I'm also going to give you a couple tips to make it so that it'll last a little longer and it won't damage your rod. Curious? Stay tuned. Okay, this is my St. Croix rod I just bought. I actually got as a gift over Christmas. It's my fast action rod, and some of the higher end rods have these little things on it. It's a hook holder, and there's my hook. It's a little bent, I understand. What it does is it prevents damage from happening to, let's say, the guides on your rod. Sometimes people hang it on here, some people hang it on the guides. That'll nick and damage the guide, potentially fraying your line, so you want to avoid that. The other thing people tend to do is they'll put it on the bail. What it does is it puts pressure on the bail spring and can possibly cause damage to your rod. So in order to avoid that, some higher end rods have these things on there. Okay, these are two rods that I'm going to try to put these little hook holders on. These are my Franken rods, I call them. One's a Doc Demon, one's a Doc Runner. And I'm trying to pimp them out because I'm really not happy with the reels that came with it. This is my old Triton reel, and this is a brand new Pflueger presidential reel, which I really do like, and I don't want to damage it. And as you can see, I've got my spoon here hanging off of the guide, and we're going to avoid that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these. These are regular split rings. I got these at Cabela's for like $2. Some of this stuff you might actually have hanging around your house. This other thing I have are just old-fashioned cable ties. One of the things you can use instead of a split ring are washers. These are bulk washers you get at Harbor Freight. You might actually have these at home. You might actually have some extra split rings. And I'm going to tell you why this might be better than buying the ones they sell off Amazon. Okay, this is my Doc Runner. And what we're going to do is we're going to find a cable tie here. And again, you might have these hanging around your home. You might not, and they're really not that much money. But what I'm going to tell you to do is when you do this, I want you to put this on a specific way. So we're going to put the split ring through the cable tie like so. Now when you snap this on, make sure that you direct this away from where your line is, because what that's going to do is if you put the rough end toward your line, there's a possibility, especially if you're using braid, it'll snap. So what we're going to try to do is put this on with the cable tie, and really this should only take a few minutes if you're in a hurry or something like I am now. But you can also use, I'm going to pop these out, you can also use any assortment from these washers. They sell these on Amazon, and the thing that I'm not impressed with is the fact that they use rubber bands. Rubber bands over time can degrade, especially in UV light. The cable ties can also do it too. So instead of using a plastic one, Harbor Freight does sell steel ones, which are a lot more sturdier, and they should probably last a lifetime of your rod. But we're going to do it by this method just because it's what I have. So what I want to try to do is direct it so the end of this goes away from your line, your mono, your fluorocarbon, or your braid, whatever you're using. So try and tighten this guy up. And if you look, it's holding tension pretty well. These are my needle nose pliers here. Cut that. Now, if you can see what I mean here, that's a little rough. So I'm gonna hit that with a little bit of sandpaper. I mean, potentially you can even melt it also. You know, I just hit that a little bit, but you can do as much as you want to. And this is for the purpose of demonstration, so we're going to do a quick cast. Oh. Let's caught my other rod there. And I'm going to hang it off here. And lo and behold, tighten up on it. It works. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. We'll see if it works over time. It does slip towards here, and you have to make sure it's tight. You might even add a little bit of glue or Loctite or something to that. So if you really want this to stay, Harbor Freight does sell steel versions of zip ties, which will really hold on. You can use, like I said, some of these washers. You can even use, I've seen somebody use a snap swivel or a barrel swivel they put on there. The problem with that is it's going to clink up and down, maybe cause some damage to your rod. And again, what you want to do is try to avoid causing any damage. So we put the zip tie on the back here, away from the line. So hope you like this tip. If you can, happy fishing. If you haven't, please like, please share, please subscribe, and I'll see you out there. Found out what was biting. It was a actual sock. Find another one. Get a pair. That's freaking awesome. How do you use a sock in this water?